Okay, for your first writing assignment, you're going to be writing a technical translation. And what that really means is that you're going to be writing a summary of a technical scientific article for an average reader. Somebody maybe with the education level of, say, an eighth grade graduate, a high school student. And this is important because in this particular instance, you're summarizing this article for the communities actively researching exposure study, which was a combined effort between local community members of the Marietta College and the University of Cincinnati's Department of Environmental Health. What this study, and actually there were a series of studies that were done, looked at was the exposure of residents to manganese from the emissions of a ferromanganese refinery in the Marietta area. The study in particular that you're going to be looking at is an article that reported the research of the exposure of children in the area. And it's important that parents and other people in the community who are concerned about these exposure levels understand what the results of this study were. The articles that were published were done in technical and scientific journals, and the audience for those articles were other scientists and researchers and people who were familiar with the language and the jargon of the field. So if they were just to post that information on the website, the parents and other people from the community would have a difficult time understanding the actual results of the study. So part of the agreement that CARES made with the people participating was that they would let them know of any of the research they published about their communities. So in order to fulfill this obligation in an ethical way, CARES needs you to write a one-page summary of a highly scientific and technical article for this average audience of readers, for a lay audience. For more information on the audience in particular and sort of the overall CARES study that ended up producing this article, you can visit the CARES website at this link here. So the purpose of this assignment is to practice writing for a specific audience and to work on your use of summary, language, and style. As you do so, don't forget the 4 characteristics of effective summaries as you write. You have to be complete. You have to give a complete overview of the study. At the same time, you have to condense it and be concise. So you have to think about what is going to be important to the parents and the people in the community who are reading this study. What information will they want to know and what information do they need? You also have to make sure you're accurate. You don't want to give people the wrong idea or the wrong impression. You don't want to unnecessarily worry them about the results, but you also don't want to underplay any results that might be of concern to them. And in doing all of this, you need to use non-technical language. You don't want to give them lots of unit measurements and other highly technical language that isn't going to mean anything to them. In other words, if there's so many microliters of manganese was, found in blood, what does that mean for the reader? Is that high? Is that low compared to the average? That's what people need to understand. And what is the effect of that? Is it dangerous? Are their children seriously at risk? What were the overall outcomes of the study? What did we learn? What still needs to be done? So what you want to do is go back to the book and go back to the PowerPoint on summaries and make sure you look at that process and refresh the process that you should go through in order to write a summary. Other details of this assignment are available under the assignment tab for writing assignment number 1. And what you can find in there is the article that you're going to need to translate. And also there is another sample of writing assignment number 1 that has comments on it from me. If you look at all of these things in combination, you should then be able to write your summary and be able to post it to the critique forum in the discussion board, where one of your peers will review it and make comments and post it back to you so that you can then revise it and have it ready to submit to me in the assignment box. topics. If you have any questions, there is a Questions About Assignment 1 blog located in Learning Module 1 where you can ask questions, and I will respond, your peers might respond, or ask follow-up questions. And of course, you can always email me as well. But that forum is a good place to start, because if you ask questions, they might be things that other people are wondering as well. And then that will, of course, make it available to everyone. They can read and see responses. So remember to keep checking that questions forum so that you can see if maybe your question's already been answered. Good luck with your first assignment, and I look forward to reading them.